I'm fairly certain everybody's heard of MrBeast. Honestly, unless you've never picked up a cell phone and never interacted with social media whatsoever, there's no way that you haven't. He's the most subscribed to person on the platform and he makes headlines all the time. Let's not even start with all of the conspiracies around him. When I say there's a bit of controversy that's been going around recently, that's nothing new. Everybody likes to throw shit. They're like monkeys in cages. But I'm not pulling your nutsack today. No, no, no. We have a little bit of controversy, I guess you could say, that's been going on between MrBeast and a user named Malad. This has been going on over the course of 4 days since August 10th. On August 10th, Malad uploaded a video called Trust Nobody. It has since been edited to a broken heart emoji. Now, look at that as you will, but this is the beginning of this story, and I'm going to tell you the update that happened 6 hours ago from me releasing this video.
They invited me over to their house after our collab and we had a great time, but somehow the conversation of gambling came up. This person loved to gamble, and even though I'm not a huge gambler, I wanted to because I thought it would be fun. So they asked me how much I wanted to gamble, and I recommended that we gamble maybe $200 because, well, I'm not trying to lose a lot of money. And keep in mind, this was literally 2 months into YouTube, and before this, I had never made money in my life. This person literally laughed at me and asked me how much I had in my Coinbase account because they knew I'm a Bitcoin guy. I had 0.57 Bitcoin in there, which at the time was around $21,000. They told me to send all of it and that they would pay me back. Now, normally I would never in a million years ever agree to this, but I really trusted this person and he was a massive creator, so I agreed and sent the money. I'm not even kidding, within 5 minutes they gambled away all of my money, but I was completely okay with it because I was like, I'm gonna get this money back. So I go back home and I reach out for my Bitcoin. The first time, no response. The second time, no response. I reached out about 5 more times before I realized, oh, I just got completely bamboozled. I learned a valuable lesson that day. Literally trust nobody, and just because someone seems like a good guy online doesn't mean they are.
I'm sweating from my nipples. I wonder who he's talking about. Well, we figured that out. He did upload another video afterwards, which has now since been taken down. It seems like maybe the comment section kind of influenced that a little bit, as well as the amount of views that he got. It obviously got a lot of traction. He's talking about MrBeast. Luckily for you, people on the internet have 20/20 vision, and I'm sure they assumed that this video would end up getting taken down because they screen captured it. So now we do have the video on a subreddit called MrBeast Snark. We're going to go through that really quick, but I'm also going to say he did take it down. Like I said, there's probably a reason for that, so let's not go over to his channel and do or say anything. I know that most people that are currently subscribed to me are not going to do that, but you know, there might be a few stragglers that decide that they want to voice their opinions in a more aggressive manner, and that's not the way to do it. We can share our thoughts down in the comments and we can talk between ourselves.
Yesterday I told a story about how when I was 2 months into YouTube, I had a big YouTuber collab with me that invited me over his house and gambled away all of my Bitcoin, promising that he would pay me back, but he didn't. Now, I had zero intention of name dropping this person, but I now believe I have an obligation to keep this dude accountable because if he did this to me, he's probably done it to many others. It was MrBeast. He invited me over his house after I spent 4 days straight in a kitchen making 50,000 cookies for his charity, bought tickets to fly out to North Carolina, and spent $10,000 of my own money on said cookies for his charity. And then he told me to send him all the Bitcoin in my Coinbase account and gamble it away in under 4 minutes. There were many witnesses, and this is the transaction. You gotta love the blockchain. It doesn't miss a thing. I need you guys to understand the position I've just put myself into. I essentially am going against an audience of 1 billion people, and many people will be coming after me and trying to tear down what I've built because I now decide to choose to tell my truth. They'll call me a liar, they'll call me a clout chaser, they'll do anything to discredit my truth, but I don't care. If something's scary but it needs to be done, you need to do it scared. And right now, honestly, as I speak these words, I'm pretty terrified. I'm not scared of you, Jimmy. I'm scared of your money, and I'm sure there's many other victims terrified to tell their story about this guy too, but I empower you to do so. Now, this part of the video is for you, Jim. I know you're watching. You're probably really mad, but Jimmy, this is exactly what you told me to do, remember? You looked me dead in the eyes as you gambled away my Bitcoin and told me that this should be the content I make, and well, here we are. I don't want my money back. I don't want an apology. I want you to know that what you did isn't right, and I want you to really think about what you did to me. If there's any others you may have done wrong, I ask you to repay those people in silence. I don't want you to text me. I don't want you to address this.
So that's pretty much it with that second video. There's about 20 seconds more, but you get the gist. He does end it off with a big fuck you to MrBeast, but it is what it is. I don't think that was the classiest way to end that big name drop, but I think he was feeling those emotions. So the first time I saw this video, I picked up on a couple of things that I didn't, because I didn't see the first one the first time around. I saw this one before I saw the first one. And I thought to myself, why the fuck would you give someone that much money, even if it is in crypto? Like, I don't care if you trust this person, which he shouldn't have. He didn't know him for that long. He knows MrBeast as the character that he is, MrBeast. You know what I mean? I don't think we can trust that MrBeast is who he acts and portrays himself as on camera, because he is such a personality now. He has so much damage control around him. Speaking of damage control, wink wink, it seems like the video was taken down super fast, and he uploaded a follow-up 6 hours ago to those two videos, kind of explaining his side of things, saying that no, he wasn't sued, no, he wasn't paid off, even though he did get his money back. I'm not saying he was paid off. He got his original money back. He made sure, even though he got technically the original amount in Bitcoin, he sent back the rest of the money, and now he has the original amount that he gave back in his hands, back in his pocket, nice and thick. Well, virtual wallet, I suppose. What he also ends up saying is he didn't expect so much engagement around the topic.
I essentially am going against an audience of 1 billion people, and many people will be coming after me.
In the last video, he wanted to get attention because it's about speaking the truth that you were taken advantage of as a small creator that was believing in a bigger collaborator creator to kind of help him out, I suppose, or at least stay true to his word, where if he lost the Bitcoin, he'd pay it back. Obviously, that didn't end up happening.
A few days ago, I posted a video where I talked about an interaction I had with MrBeast, where I sent him Bitcoin to gamble and I never got it back. Ultimately, I took the video down after 3 hours because of how much it was blowing up, and honestly, I just wanted everyone to leave me alone. It's funny because for that 3 hours, I sort of felt what it's like to be surrounded in controversy, and honestly, I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. So ultimately, I took the video down, but now everybody's reaching out to me thinking I'm a coward or that I got hit with a lawsuit or something, but no, that's not the case. Jimmy actually called me that night, and I thought he was going to be really mad, but he wasn't. He was very graceful and very sorry, and so was I for the way I handled this. We had a conversation for about 20 minutes about what had happened that night 4 years ago, and all he kept telling me was that he wanted to make sure that he made things right and that he had never in a million years meant for it to go this way. He wanted to understand where I was coming from and just hear my perspective, and he gave me his perspective at the time, and honestly, I respected how he handled this. There were things said that I would never say on the internet, but it was one of those moments I realized that this guy's just a human being as well, and literally nobody on this planet is perfect. He asked me for my Bitcoin address, and I really didn't want to do that because my purpose for posting that video wasn't to get the money. I just wanted to tell the story because of how insane it was, and maybe there were some other small creators that would never get to speak the way that I did, and I wanted to be their voice. But he told me that this is something that's never happened before, and I don't know, I believe him. He also said the only way that he would be able to like get through this and like forgive himself for everything was by sending me the Bitcoin and making things right. So after a lot of thinking, I let him. He sent me 0.57 Bitcoin, which I was like, absolutely not. The original amount was $21,000, so I sent the rest of the money back to him and kept the $21,000.
So clearly there's been a lot of controversy around MrBeast recently, ranging from pyramids to how well will his wells work. I think that this is a very good example of how MrBeast needs to protect his image to keep doing what he does. He needs to be seen as this infallible person that doesn't screw anyone over, because otherwise, why would he have paid him back? If he wasn't wrong and he didn't take his money, why would he have paid him back that $21,000? It's just a very interesting example of the people that we see and are perched up high, and we see a little bit of their devious side that we don't get to see often. I guess I also just want your theories. Tell me what you think. And I'm glad that I got to share this with you guys and get the whole story. So, yeah. See you next time. I just finished editing this, but I'm gonna have to fucking change that now. So I saw this post yesterday, blah, 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 blah. You can read. Hey, it's a misunderstanding, and I deleted the video. That's the thing, though. It doesn't seem like it's a misunderstanding. I'm just theorizing here, and I'm not accusing anyone. But why would you have gotten paid the $21K if it was a misunderstanding? Okay, now I'm done.